वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरकिसे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका राधा कान्त तप्तवाञ्चन गौरङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये भक्त्याविहीना अपराधोऽपि क्षिप्तश्च कामात् तरङ्गम् कृतामृतं शरणं प्रपन्नम् वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणामृतम्। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
Yesterday we had discussed that by the grace of Sadhu, Shastra and Guru, if the living entity becomes Krishna conscious, then he is relieved from the clutches of Maya.
Krishna Smriti Jnana Jivene Kripaya Pariva Krishna Vedi Puran.
The illusioned living entity, those living entities who were attracted by Maya, they do not remember Krishna. They have forgotten their master. They have forgotten their own master. The living entity is the eternal servant of Supreme Lord. Therefore, their living entity's real master is Krishna. But he has forgotten his real identity. Therefore, by his causeless mercy, Krishna has constituted Veda and Shastra, the scriptures. The Shastras, the Vedic scriptures, the topmost Shastra is Bhagavat. Why? Because it is the essence and the ripened fruit of all the Vedic literatures. What is that fruit? It is that fruit. It is that fruit which is fully ripe. No one has plucked that fruit. When it was completely ripened, It fell all by itself. It was full of taste and ras.
वही है
That is Bhagavat out of all the Vedic literatures.
ये वेद शास्त्र का सर्व विधि इतिहासान सार सार समुद्र ये जो वेद आदि पुराण आदि जो किया उनको सार से भी सार
It is the essence of Vedas and Puranas.
इसलिए भागवत रस में जो आस्वादन करेगा रस को रस
Therefore, those who taste the mellows of hearing Bhagavat, they will not go anywhere. But if they have not tasted this ras, they have not tasted this fruit of essence of Bhagavat,
उसमें रखा है खीर
then how shall they be able to get away from Maya?
कैसे बना क्या उत्तर देगा इसमें भी जब इसको ना करे तो कैसे ये करेगा बहुत सूक्ष्म पड़ता है ऊपर में तो समझेगा नहीं आप श्री कृष्ण ही नहीं एक भागवत है सुखमुखा अमृत जल संगीत
Bhagavat is
जिन्होंने माता का
Sukadeva Goswami, who was in the womb of mother for many long years. He used to speak from within the womb. Even he tasted this Bhagavat. Even Sukadev tasted and got attracted through the mellows of this Bhagavat.
करोड़ों के आकर्षण करते हैं इस साधारण व्यक्ति को आकर्षण करेगा इसमें कोई बड़ी बात है इसमें थोड़ा सुखमुखा अमृत
Therefore, it was mentioned that Shukdev Goswami spoke this wonderful granth called Bhagavat. So Shukdev Goswami spoke about Bhagavat right from the beginning to the end. That is, the beginning was Shantaras and the end was Kantaras, the conjugal loving service of Supreme Lord. So you keep drinking this mellows, this ras of Bhagavat. Can you drink a fruit? Then what is the relation? The ordinary person that somebody might have been hallucinated while writing this verse. It is such a fruit that it does not have a seed within. It is all ripened fruit. The sugarcane's extract makes guar, and from this, and there's another form of sugarcane called crystalline sugar, and there's even more dense form of sugar which is called mishri, a sugar candy. It is the density of the sugar candy is the topmost.
प्रमाण तो इन मिश्री को मुख में रखो
when you keep that mishri sugar candy in your mouth,
कोई नहीं निकलता
रस के अलावा
वो पूरा ही अंदर का है। इसमें
then when you taste the sugar candy, it is full of ras in the densest possible manner. It is very dense. The density is enormous.
गुरु परंपरा में श्रोते पंथा से आया
So this Bhagavat and the taste is coming from the Shrota Pantha, that is the Guru Parampara.
आपको आपने जाना कृष्ण मोर प्रभु त्राता जीवे भैया भगवान शास्त्र रूप से
Through
गुरु रूप से
through Shastra, Guru and Super Soul, Bhagavan, Super Soul, Supreme Lord, makes him attainable and understandable, makes him known that yes, Krishna is your maintainer and he is the deliverer from the clutches of material bondage. Such knowledge is obtained by the grace of Sadhu Shastra and Super Soul.
देव शास्त्र कहे संबंध अभिधेय प्रयोजन तीन किस्म का
The scriptures give injunctions about sambandha, the relationship with the absolute. As long as you do not have a relationship, you do not have love. And what is abhiday? It is the process of obtaining love,
बाद में प्रयोजन
and then prayojan, that is the goal.
अर्थात संबंध ज्ञान से
By the sambandha gyan,
करेगा
when a practitioner through the knowledge of his relationship does his practice of devotional service, then he will gain the objective, that is the goal of life. What is sambandh? Who am I? Who is Bhagwan? What is the relationship between me and the Supreme Lord? As long as this knowledge is gained, one will never have the knowledge of the relationship, knowledge of the absolute.
गुरु जी से सवाल किया महाराज जी
Once in Jalandhar, someone asked Guruji, the old lady used to, the old lady said that I have become old while coming to the temple. I was unmarried when I started coming, but I have no love for God. I have love for my grandchildren, but I have no love for Supreme Lord. Earlier I had love for my children, but now I have more love for my grandchildren. How shall I be delivered from this material attraction? She spoke this in Punjabi language. Then Guruji asked her,
नारायण दास ब्रह्मचारी को ये माता जी क्या
Guruji asked Narayan Das Brahmachari,
पंजाबी है
what is this Mamaji? What is this Mataji speaking? Narayan Das Brahmachari was from Punjab only, so he could understand what the Mataji spoke because her accent was typical Punjabi.
जो जहाँ पर रहेगा
So the place was called Jhang, where they belonged to. They had a typical kind of an accent. Guruji said, "This is an appropriate question. I will answer this question in the assembly tomorrow." The other day, Guruji spoke that Mataji,
अपने मंदिर में आते हैं,
you had been coming to the temple
भगवान कृष्ण को दर्शन करते हैं,
and you take darshan of Supreme Lord, but did you ever contemplate that what is your relationship with Krishna? Did you ever give it a thought? As long as you did not have a relationship established, how will you follow the abhidep? How will you follow the process? And how will you achieve the goal? That is, how will you have abhide and prayojan? If there is sambandh, then only priti, love comes. Though the people who have children, they think that my children are mine. It is my duty to take care of my children. But if someone does not have children, then how will they have love? They also have attraction and love. They adopt children and then take care of that child. And then by taking care and maintaining the child properly, by feeding him, by bathing him, by educating him, they get love. They form a loving relationship. They have love towards them. That they even have they have love which is even more than the love they had for their original parents. There was a brother who had 5 children. His youngest child was taken by his younger brother. Now when the property was divided, he was not fair in his property distribution. And he wanted to distribute in such a manner that his younger brother got more. Why? Because he had one of his children staying with his younger brother. So, if we approach Supreme Lord by Sambandha Gyan, then love will come. Who gives Sambandha Gyan, this knowledge of relationship? Guru. When by knowledge of this Sambandha Gyan from Gurudev, one does the devotional, follows the devotional path, then you get the goal of life, Krishna. Abhide is sadhana, what needs to be done. You have adopted the child, but how to raise him, how to bring him up, the procedure for it, you must know. Then only you will have love for the child. If there was a woman, she had 7 daughters but did not have a son. She adopted a son, and then if someone called the name of the son, she felt very proud. She did not feel as proud as if somebody could have called her daughter's name. Why? Because she had served the child, and then
उनका साथ मुझे पूरा था। उन्होंने मैंने बोला कुछ नहीं किया है।
मिस कर गया।
हमारे को कोई अरेंजमेंट हो नहीं। बोलता है वो रोकी। तो बोले जो तुम्हारा नियम है ऐसे ही करो। लेकिन उसने
one lady, she adopted one son, and afterward, the lady who gave her that son, she was afterwards saying that, oh, you can replace this son with my another son. But then they were like having fight, and they went into the court also. but she said that I cannot give the one who already to whom I already got. Like in a very short time, she developed love because of serving that son. So that's why she didn't want to give it back. This is the result of serving.
If we worship, then we will have love for Supreme Lord. That means if we follow the process of devotional service, then we will have love.
हम लोग क्या सबको सोचता हूँ भाव को देखता है अरे भावी को मार कम है सब तो नहीं है
We always take care of the words. The words can be pure or impure, perfect or imperfect, but bhav has to be taken. The mood has to be taken. It is mentioned in Chaitanya Bhagavat. It is mentioned in Chaitanya Bhagavat that Janardhan Bhagwan accepts the mood of the service and not the language. Language could be imperfect. The dacoit Ratnakar took the opposite name. Instead of chanting Ram Ram, he used to chant Mara Mara. And Tashta Rishi, when he was reciting mantras, he chanted the mantra with a little imperfection, but got opposite benefit, opposite result of the mantra. This is karma kand, right? But in devotional service, mood of devotion is prime.
लेकिन नौकर को तुमको दो देना है फिर हम जाएंगे और वो भी बोलेगा तुम्हारा इतना काम करने के लिए इससे ज्यादा क्यों बोलते
You may give a lot to your child but still would not be sufficient. But if you give something to your servant, you will only want to give and take back. In this mood you will serve the servant, right? So if the devotee serves God, he may do something which is imperfect and God will still accept it. But a karmakandi like Tashta Rishi did something wrong, then he had opposite result. That time Krishna is very particular about the language for a karmi or a jnani. What is sambandh? The relationship. And abhiday is bhakti. The name of the process is bhakti. And what is the prayojan? That is the goal. It is prem, achieving the loving service of Supreme Lord. What is the difference between bhakti and prem? Pakaega.
Can say that when one is performing bhakti, he will be performing bhakti in such a condensed way, going so much deeply into each and everything, that it will get a condensed form. In the same, like Maharaj is giving example practically every day, like you are boiling the milk and then taking care of it in such a way that slowly it is becoming, first it is becoming rubbery, then it is becoming koya, and once koya is prepared, then it can stay for so many days. So in the same way, The taste of milk as well as rabdi as well as khoya is very different.
सब एक है
Taste is very different, and they can stay for different times also. So in the same way, sadhan bhakti, bhav bhakti, prem bhakti, even though it's one thing, but sadhan bhakti is like milk, and bhav bhakti is like rabdi, and prema bhakti is like khoya.
और अवस्था में सुख देखेगा
When the prema manifests, he will see happiness in every time. Then when he reaches the state of bhava bhakti, he will think even liberation is feeble, is something less. He considers even liberation as feeble and lesser, something lesser. Who will accept such a less thing when a top thing is available?
क्या होता है भक्तों जो ऊपर में उठा है नाम कृष्ण स्वर्ग नहीं चाहता
The devotee does praise in such a form that, O Lord, I do not want to become the king of heaven. That means that I do not want what the karma kandis want. I do not want to become Brahma. If someone follows sannyas dharma, the sannyas renounced order, for 100 years he will become Brahma. The devotee says, I do not even want that post of Brahma. Do you want to become the king of Rasatal? I do not even want to become. Do you want eightfold perfections of yoga? No, I even do not want. Do you want liberation? No, I don't want even that. Then what do you want? I want, O Supreme Lord, I want only you. When I attain you, there is nothing left. Why does he say like this? The devotee has confirmed that there is no essence in these karma, gyan, etc. Everything is subordinate to Krishna. Durvasa Rishi was a great sage. He was he had all the mystic powers with him, but when he approached Amrish Maharaj and wanted to kill him with that Kritya demoness. By the grace of Lord, Kritya was killed and Amrish Maharaj was not disturbed even a wee bit. That the disc of Lord killed Kritya and started running after Durvasa Muni, and the disc chased Durvasa Muni in ocean, in sky, wherever he went. Durvasa Rishi went to Brahma, Shiv. They could not save him. Why? Because they were designated as demigods. They had this post given by Supreme Lord itself. When Durvasa prayed to Shiv that I am like your son, I am your son, you see me in distress. Are you not disturbed seeing me in this distressful condition? He thought that then Lord Shiva told him that you approach Vishnu. When Durvasa came to know that he would have to go to the same Supreme Lord whose devotee he disturbed. Ultimately, Durvasa came to know that the devotee of Supreme Lord is much more powerful than any mystic yogi.
असमर्थ इनका समान कोई नहीं, बराबर नहीं, उसे पाठ करता है ही
So thus, there is nothing superior than bhakti, nothing equivalent to bhakti. It is also called Purushartha Shiromani. The real goal of living entity is prem, loving service of Krishna. It is mentioned that without prem, then without the wealth of divine loving service to Krishna, the life is like full of funery, is like life is like that of a poor man. Who is a poor man? Those who are uncontented, who are not contented, they are poor. You may have a lot of wealth. These small persons who there may be a very wealthy person, but if he is not contented, he is like compared to a poor man because he is never contented. Since he is not peaceful despite his great wealth, so that means according to Shastra he is poor. Thompson, the owner of the Bata Shoe Company, Thompson jumped from a high-rise building and committed suicide. Why? He was a poor man. He did not have the wealth of love. He was uncontented. Initially, Thompson used to work as a lame worker. He used to do a menial job earlier. He used to be engaged in a menial job, but raised later, he became a very rich person outwardly. There was a person who used to Mussolini, he was a blacksmith earlier. The great Lieutenant Mussolini, who fought many wars, he was a blacksmith earlier. Was he contented? Was he peaceful? Hitler was an ordinary soldier. He had become a great dictator of German Empire. You may become a great person, but you will not achieve peace. Where did Hitler go? No one knows now. He used to speak in such a manner that he used to tell that women will only take care of kitchen, they will not read literature. Napoleon was a great ruler. What happened to him?
बाहर निकाल दिया था.
अलेक्जेंडर
From his own
सेल्यूका
country. He was thrown out of his own country.
ये क्या करता था, वो पानी के अंदर में पहाड़ है, तो एक आदमी कोई जाग जाके उसमें टप्पल लग के ना मरे, वहाँ घंटा बन गया था, वहाँ आवाज करता था जो 20 घंटा.
Maharaj is speaking that there are many great personalities who did so many wonderful things, but they never attained peace. They never attained contentment.
तो ये इसलिए ये जगत में एक चीज इच्छा करने से ही मिल जाता है, लेकिन हरि भक्ति
You may get material wealth by your desires, but Hari Bhakti is so durlabha. It is very difficult to attain.
कृष्ण महाप्रभु जो सेवानंद प्राप्ति कारण, कृष्ण सेवा करे, कृष्ण रस आस्वाद, वही कृष्ण महाप्रभु सेवा प्राप्ति के लिए, सेवा प्राप्ति माने कृष्ण प्राप्ति, उनको लिए क्या करेगा, कृष्ण सेवा करेगा. आज कृष्ण रस
Thus, when the relationship is established, then Krishna is served in the mood of loving service, and by serving, the devotee will taste the mellows of transcendental bliss.
जो ज्योतिषी गिर बता दिया, एक गरीबों का घर में आ गया.
Once an astrologer reached the house of a poor man and told him, when he saw that he was distressed, he was in distressful condition.
तुम इतना दुखी क्यों?
Why are you so distressed?
कहना है तो दुखी, तुम्हारा आखिर पृथ्वी लो, तुम्हारे ना कोई लो, अन्न चलो, शादी लो, जीवो.
Why are you so disturbed? Your father was a wealthy person, but he did not tell you about his wealth and died elsewhere.
तब इस सर्वज्ञ वाक्य पढ़ी अनेक उद्देश्य, सर्वज्ञ जो बात बोला, इसलिए धन को ढूंढने लगा.
So the poor man started looking for wealth. Why? Because astrologer had mentioned.
जैसे सर्वज्ञ को बताया तुम्हारे पिता,
Just as the astrologer told the poor man about the wealth that his father left for him, similarly the Veda and Puranas tell the living entity, indicate towards the Supreme Lord, who is our real Father.
ये जैसे इनका क्या मूल हमें
What
वो जो सर्वज्ञ को बोला कि तुम्हारा पिता का धन है, वो मिट्टी का नीचे गड़ के रखा है.
the astrologer told the poor man that your father had great wealth hidden in a pot under the earth. Similarly, all the Shastras indicate about the connection with the Supreme Lord. They indicate
धन है पिता का,
the connection.
बोलने से धन मिल जाएगा.
Just if someone knows that my father had a lot of wealth, just by knowing you will not get the wealth. You must know how to get that wealth. You must know the process. You must know where it is, how shall I get it. You must have that knowledge.
हमें सर्वज्ञ को कहे प्राप्ति हुआ.
Then the astrologer told the poor man how he will get that wealth.
স্থানে আছে ধন, যদি बताए इस स्थान में धन है,
He told that it is buried here only. But when you dig,
तो क्या
then
दक्षिण
If you dig in the southern side, then
वो कीड़ा
insects will come out.
किसी को दमसन बोले उसकी हो जाए
Just as bees and wasps, if they bite,
अल्लाह को तोड़ा
then the person it died. If a thief comes to steal
वहाँ
and bees and wasps they attack, the thief will run away without taking the wealth.
पे हमारे ये है
Such thing happened in our mutt here once.
वो अपना झोला में भर के मठ वाला को बुला
There was a Prabhu who
देखा साहब छोटे छोटे
saw that this happened, that a thief came to take money, but when bees were and wasps were there, he brought that wealth to the mutt.
वो जान बचाने के लिए भक्ति
The actual story was that the thief had run away from there, fearing from the bees and wasps. So the astrologer told the poor man that if you dig on the southern side, you will only get bees and wasps which will bite you, and you will not get the treasure.
पश्चिमे कुदिलेता जोग का एक है
If you dig on the western side,
हाथ ना पड़े अगर पश्चिम दिशा में कोई करो तो कौन है वहाँ जोग को
there is a ghost sitting there.
वो तुमको रुकेगा
The ghost will create disturbance
मार भी दे सकता है
and may even kill you on the western side if you dig. So do not dig. If you want the treasure, you do not dig on the western side.
अगर उत्तर दिशा में
If you dig in the northern side, northern direction, there is a
तो क्या करेगा
black snake there, a python, huge python, black python there, and he will devour you,
नहीं कभी
and you will not get treasure.
और सबको निकाल देगा और जबरदस्त है
There's a
सब निकाल देगा
there's a pythons who swallow
और उसका ऐसा है
animals and human beings as well. He may even pull just by his breath. When our mutt party had gone in preaching outside, they were going on bus in a place called Inanjan, and we saw that the a goat was being pulled on the backside. The goat was trying to go in the right direction but was being pulled on the backward by the breath of the python. Sant Maharaj was very young that time. He asked, what is happening? How is the goat going backward? What is pulling the goat? Someone told him that goat is not going backwards by its own, on its own. The goat, it is being pulled by a python. But if you dig on the eastern side, if you dig even a little bit, you will get the pot of the treasure in your hands.
इससे क्या बोलने चाहता है कोई परम ज्ञान जो इसको त्याग देगा
That means you need to give up the process of karma, jnana and yoga, and only try to attain Krishna through the process of devotional service. Rest, all the processes are waste of time. Krishna instructs it to Uddhava that no one can achieve me through eightfold mystic yoga, not through Sankhya Yoga, the analytical study of the Absolute. That is Sankhya Dharma. Not even the study of Vedas, the Shastras, scriptures, not even through austerities, penances, charities. No one can achieve me as they will achieve me through the process of devotional service. One can only achieve this Supreme Lord through the process of devotional service, that is Hari Bhakti. Therefore it is seen the Karmakandis want to attain heavens, the post of Indra, Brahma, but they never are peaceful. Why? Because even Brahma was not peaceful, happy. Even Indra was not happy. Why? Because na sadhayati, they did not want me. They only wanted material abundance. I am the embodiment of all happiness. If they did not want me, they will, how will they get happiness? They will not get it through mystic yoga, eightfold mystic yoga. They will not get it through Jnana Yoga, speculative knowledge. Just like Sanak Sanatan Jatachushan, the sons of Brahma, ultimately had to do Hari Bhakti. Not even through the process of austerities and penances. किसकी बात? Vishwamitra performed austerities for about 60,000 long years. Did he achieve peace? Did he attain peace? He was not even called a Brahma Rishi, etc. He was only called Raj Rishi. That is the Rishi of in the mode of Rajoguna. That is mode of ignorance. Mode of goodness. Passion. Yeah, mode of passion.
किसी को बड़ा बोलने का, छोटा बोलने का, तुम सर्टिफिकेट देने वाला वो महीना होती है। बोला भाई मेरी वशिष्ठ बोले तो वशिष्ठ को 100 लड़का को मारा, तब भी वो 1900 लड़का को बोला।
Vishwamitra killed 100 sons of Vaishishta, but he did not say anything to Vishwamitra, anything wrong to Vishwamitra. Now Vishwamitra took a sword and I will go and kill Vashishta. When Vashishta came out of his house, Vishwamitra and I inquired, how have you come? Vishwamitra said, I had come to invite you for prasad, for food at my home. Vashishta, despite knowing that he had killed 100 of his 100 sons, even then he was inimical to none and accepted the invitation of Vishwamitra and went to Vishwamitra's house. And what will he give in charity? He gave 500 years of austerities in donation. But when Vashishta had to give charity, when Vishwamitra came to him, but Vashishta, when he had to give charity, he only gave a moment of satsang to Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra wanted to inquire what is the efficacy of one moment, what is the power of one moment of satsang. So he went to Brahma, Shiv, etc., but no one helped Vishwamitra. And Shiva told him to go and inquire from Anantadev. So Vishwamitra went to Anantadev along with Shiva, Brahma, etc., and approached Anantadev. Anantadev said that I have a lot of load on my head. I have held the entire universe on my head. You kindly hold it for a moment by the power of your austerities, and then I will shall narrate you the efficacy of satsang. He had done tapasya for austerity for 60,000 years, and Vishwamitra could not hold the load. Then Anantadev asked him, don't you have anything else with you? Don't you have any charity that you have received from someone? Then Vishwamitra said, yes, I had received one charity from Vashishth, one moment of satsang. Then Anantadev said, you add that also, so that now you can see whether you can hold the universe on your for a moment or not. When Vishwamitra vowed to give one moment of charity, then immediately he could hold the load of the entire universe. Now he could understand the power of one moment of satsang. Then Lord Krishna further explained that, O Uddhav, if someone is born in the family of dog eaters, even Hari Bhakti, out of Hari Bhakti, he can attain me. No one can exceed Harishchandra in charity. His pious deeds could not save him. His child had died when snake bit him. Why did he suffer so much despite his pious deeds and charities? He was always truthful. He was known for his being truthful. All these dharma, all these deeds, pious deeds, etc., did not save him. But if someone performs Hari Bhakti, he will always be saved. Just as